Welcome back to the Let's Play that never ends, apparently. Haha! Oh, shit. Great way to start. Yes, I have promised many a time that this will be a short little project to finish it off, and then I'll be done. But I have been proven wrong by myself many, many, many times, and I'm going to apparently start many a stream with that exact observation. Was that a person? No, it was me! Ow. Bird! I am better than a person. I'm a bird! Let me heal up real quick. Yeah, so I came back from a trip to Vancouver recently. Well, I mean, obviously that came out a little bit strange on account of the fact that I meant to say that I went on a trip to Vancouver and returned, not so much I came back recently, which sounds very, very strange. Yeah, so I went on a trip to Vancouver and I had a lot of fun, and I would highly recommend that I spend more time doing international travel. I don't know, I've never been a person to do a lot of traveling, so this is kind of a new sort of space for me to go into, but I like it. I for whatever it's worth, interestingly enough, I don't think I have ever taken a vacation, so this was the first one I've ever done. But anyway, Vancouver has really, really awesome food, and that's pretty much all I really had time to do there. The rest of the time was actually, it was a business trip. But one other cool part is I did this business trip and I got to pay for everything with a corporate credit card. And let me tell you, paying for shit with a corporate credit card feels so swag. You ready for this? Yeah. Alright, you want to fight? I could easily give you a fight, except you're fast, so, okay, that's, a lot of damage. It's fine. I sound like fuck. Okay, it's fine. Just gotta hit him one more time. There we go. It didn't hurt at all. Anyway, yeah, so paying for shit with a corporate credit card feels unbelievably swag. Because it's like, not only do I get to pay with a really cool looking credit card, it's also somebody else's money, which is a terrible philosophy to have, but you can't stop me from having that philosophy. Anyway, yeah, so I did my very first vacation ever, which felt really, really nice. Otherwise, I have basically spent my entire life working. The other times I've ever actually taken any time off from anything in life. Oh wow, I forgot about the ram slugs. Has been to visit like family, and a vacation where you're visiting family really doesn't count as a vacation at all. I mean, sort of. I don't know. Depends on your family, I guess. Uh-oh, owie. Okay, I have no... Oh, I'm fucked. Okay. Yep. Okay, I mostly just spent my vacations like visiting family, and whew, that's always stressful because it's like, don't want to get into any fights, but we're really gonna just like toe that line right on the edge of that cliff. Yeah, I don't know. The weirdest part about traveling internationally, and maybe, you know, I should have just prepared for this more, is that I have come very much to rely on being able to have data on my cell phone for things like, I don't know, using a GPS, generally getting around, that sort of thing. Not having the ability to GPS in a city I've never been in before, boy, was that unbelievably stressful. And also, yeah, the other thing is that I didn't have like a bus pass. I generally get everywhere in my life by taking the bus to get to places. So all of a sudden, I was in a city that I'd never been in before, using without GPS and without being able to take public transportation at all. Wasn't exactly the most easiest experience for me. I suppose if I were to do it again, I would anticipate these probably incredibly obvious things to people that actually do travel. I don't know. It was cool otherwise though.
Get up here.
Hey.
Thought I'd be the last one standing.
Yeah, well, there's lots of things we don't expect in life. Anyway, yeah, the other thing is, I didn't really realize how much of a trip it was going to be trying to adjust to the metric system in terms of, well, in terms of a lot of shit. So the very first, like, I want to say 2 minutes of me driving around in Canada was spent basically just speeding the entire time because I was not prepared for the fact that they were going to have everything in kilometers in terms of their speed limits and stuff like that. So, god damn it. So, apparently, like 60 miles per hour does not exactly equal 60 kilometers per hour. Wasn't a big deal in the end, but definitely was like, oh wow, the little kilometers speedometer part actually is useful all of a sudden for the first time ever. Think one last thing. I'm actually just gonna give a big old list, I feel, of just Canada things that I saw while I was up there. The other thing that I thought was funny was I kind of translated all my distances, if they were in meters, into feet. So I would look up something and it'd be like, oh, this is 700 meters away. That's really close. Not realizing that, in my mind, I was thinking it was 700 feet away, which, you know, that's like what, a city block or some shit. Like it's not that far. Ah, fuck my life. However, 700 meters away is a much different story. That's like a 15-minute walk. I don't know. I just feel like if the metric system were more like the Imperial system, it would make a lot more sense to me. Like, I don't understand why 700 kilometers doesn't equal, like, 13 pound-feet or some shit. Like, that would make it a lot more intuitive. Or, like, 12 horse, I don't know, horse manes. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, that was kind of funny. Another kind of funny part to it all was the Border Patrol guy was super duper mean. So, I didn't expect that. The very first person I would talk to in Canada was by far the most mean person I'd talk to in Canada. I thought that they were supposed to be nice up there. Apparently everybody except for the police. So, I don't know. I go up to the Border Patrol person, and they're like, what brings you to Canada? And I'm like, business. And they're like, immediately, apparently that put me on their shit list. So, I just say, like, I'm here on business, and then they're like, well, what kind of business? And, wow, that looked super fucking rad. Poop. So I just said, I'm here on business, and then they were like, what kind of business? And I was like, I'm here to do interviews, because that's what I was doing, is I was interviewing a bunch of people for software developer positions. And so I said, I'm here to do business interviews. And they were like, what kind of interviews? It's like, job interviews. They're like, where at? And I was like, Vancouver. And then they were like, well, where in Vancouver? It was like, at the offices that are in Vancouver. I started getting, like, very annoyed at that point, because it was like, at that point, straight up, I feel like that's just a stupid question to ask. But, well, he asked it. So anyway, please hit the sluggy and not me. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and get away from that. Okay, no! I'm gonna fucking die, aren't I? Oh, wait, I have 2 Healy Doos because I ran away from the Purge Knights. This will work out really well for me. So anyway, he just started, like, sighing, too, when I told him this. He was like, mm-hmm. And then he asked Ladybird, like, what she does, and I think, probably mentioned a little bit of what she does. Fuck my goddamn life. I probably mentioned a little bit of what she does, which is, she works in a hospital, and, the guy was like, you work in a hospital? And she was like, yep. And he was like, yeah, sure you do. Like, what the hell? That was such a weird thing to say. And, you know, that was the start of all of this. So apparently Canadian Border Patrol is just not a happy bunch. Coming back was fine, but boy, getting in was wild. Other things about Canada that I thought were amusing. Tim Hortons everywhere. The meme is very much real. It's like every 2 blocks there's a Tim Hortons. If you're asking me what the hell even is a Tim Hortons, I actually don't know. I didn't go in one myself. I heard that they suck now, which I don't really have a baseline, but I heard that they suck now, so I don't really feel like there would be any particularly strong motivating factor for me to go to a place that I know more for sucking than for being good. Okay, this will be fine. God, I love parrying with this thing. Come on. Yep, too early. So yeah, Tim Hortons everywhere. One of my favorite things, though, I think that what really takes the cake in terms of funny shit I saw in Canada was there was a, oh, God, I'm getting terrified that I'm gonna fall off the cliffs when I do my rolls. I saw a truck when I was walking around downtown that had some graffiti on it, and when I took a closer look at the graffiti just said in bubble lettering, like you would see anywhere else in the States, the word hoser. It was like, thank you for that of all things. But, you know, I guess I don't know. I don't even know what a hoser is. I assume it's like if somebody spray painted the word fuckboy on the side of a truck, and, you know, that would be hilarious to me. So I got a big kick out of the guy talking about hosers on the truck. Oh, one last thing I thought was really amusing about Canada was I saw a tiny bit of Canadian TV, and there was a commercial about a kid going to summer camp and, like, his family missing him. And the name of the camp was, like, Lac Renard summer camp. Woo! Okay, I got some air on that one. It was like Lac Renard summer camp. Like, it was in French. And boy, you're never... Oh, my God. I'm super scared right now. Okay, that was close, maybe. I don't know. They're all dead, so it wasn't that close. Yeah, I just thought that was a really funny name for a summer camp, as opposed to what you would see in the States, which would be something like, oh, Lake Spider Death. Okay, let's go ahead and pop a Healy. Fuck. Okay, how strong is this thing? Rather, that seems fairly tough. I'm gonna heal up, and we're gonna try and get maybe this Bazooka guy to help out. Hey, Bazooka Joe, help me out here. Ah, shit. Okay, I'm assuming that they're gonna fight the spider. No, you dick. I'm not the spider. Yeah, damn it. Oh, man. So yeah, that pretty much summarizes my Canada trip. I spent very little time in Canada, so I wasn't able to explore it too much. I did go see the Vancouver Museum of Anthropology, which I would recommend highly. And overall, I'm hoping that I get to do more traveling in the future. I've never been one to do it. I always thought it was overrated. Then I tried it once for a single day and was like, oh, this is actually really fun. Well, we'll see. It was also for business purposes, so I don't know. All I need to do is come up with more excuses to get sent on business trips, and you know, then I can travel the world, but somebody else is paying for like the plane tickets and stuff like that. Win. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't care about the other part. It's just a win for me.
Kill him quick.
Come on, man.
Oh no. Now he looks mad. Shoot him.
Now he looks mad. I fucking love this thing. There we go. Jeez, that's really, really cool to watch.
I see you.
Ah, damn it.
Quick. I'll still get you.
There we go. No. There. Pain in the ass. That went terrible this time. What was I gonna say? Yeah, another kind of thing that I think it might be interesting to talk about is that I recently, as in earlier today, started practicing journaling as like a mindfulness exercise. I've never really done it before. I've wanted to do it before, but I didn't really give it an attempt at all until earlier today. And what the hell? Oh, geez, watching the bugs in this game is fantastic sometimes. Yeah, so I downloaded a little journaling app, and there was an exercise on the app that was specifically to get you to journal about like self-affirmation. So it's about things like, fucking damn it! It's about things like, you know, list a couple of things that you like about yourself. And my experience with that was to immediately be like, oh, there's not as much as there should be. And it was like, this is actually like a little bit difficult for me to like list out. So that's when I realized like, oh, there's potentially like a bit of a mental health problem there. It's gonna go ahead and work on that. God fucking damn, this area is a pain in my asshole. Wow, it was a little bit more vulgar than I wanted to be. Okay, thank you, guy with the rocket launcher. You actually did what I wanted you to do this time. I'm gonna hope that he doesn't hit me. Oh man, this guy's never played Space Invaders. He's shooting where I am, not instead of where I'm going. Well, I got the spider this time, so that was great. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna try this a little bit more. I think one thing that it's already kind of put me in a right mindset for is that I just feel more motivated to do things like stream and you know, I guess what it's done for me is that when I think about doing stuff like streaming, instead of thinking of it as like, oh, this is just another chore, this is just a thing I gotta get taken care of, I start to focus on like, how am I going to feel after I finish streaming? Am I going to feel like fulfilled? Is it going to be like a lot of fun? And then with that sort of mindset of like, oh, I'm going to like feel good if I do this, all of a sudden it becomes like a lot more positive of an experience. And Wookiee Home, their houses fucking suck. They're overrun with spiders and this one's exploded. Terrible. No wonder they're always pissed off. I would be too. Where do I go? Okay, apparently there's something off in that direction, so I guess I'll pop over there. So yeah, that was nice. It also kind of made me feel more motivated to take care of a lot of things, like actually uploading a bunch of videos to YouTube, and I was able to also take care of some stuff like, oh, here we are, finally. I was able to take care of some stuff like I felt more encouraged about like vacuuming and taking care of laundry and like a whole bunch of mundane things. So I guess having like a more positive outlook on life makes stuff a lot easier is what I'm summarizing here. The best part about having a thought that you feel is like profound and new and novel to you is summarizing it in a way that makes it sound, well, incredibly obvious to both you and everyone else, and that's where we're going to leave this one, I guess. But no, seriously, journaling is awesome. I'm looking forward to doing it a lot more, and everyone else should then listen to me doing it, because then they'll realize I'm right, and they'll be like, oh, Bird, I started doing a thing that you told me to do, and my life was immediately 1,000,000% better. Go figure. You're welcome, everyone.